Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series. Here we are live here at Autodromo Nacional Monza, folks, for round 5 of the 2020 season, hosted right here on Gran Turismo Sport on the PlayStation 4 console. 9 drivers gathered and ready, folks, and don't adjust your TVs or your computer screens. It is the Canadian Timac on the pole for this one. First time in his NOSSCAR Super GT Series career on the pole for a race and in the hunt for his very first win here in this one. Bill Baldwin, the defending champion, starts in second. Chris Ryan with a great effort running in third. Pac-Man fourth. Flyer Fanatic, the newcomer, will start fifth. The green flag is in the air. The green lights are on the board. They're going to thunder down into the first chicane here at Monza. Very historical track here, known for many exciting F1 races and many exciting moments down there in that first chicane. It looks like they're all going to go through clean. Timac retains the lead, and it's actually going to be Convict's Popeye moving into the second position. You can see the Dale Earnhardt number 3 on the side of that machine, and good move by him to utilize the acceleration advantage that the Audis have and take over P2 from the defending champion. There's Bill Baldwin, there's Pac-Man. They're going to pounce on Popeye, having a bit of a rough corner there. There's still some contact being made between the two. You don't see contact much here in the NOSSCAR series here on Gran Turismo Sport. And it looks like Popeye's going to prevail and hold on to the third position, but in the process, Pac-Man was able to take over the second position. And it's likely, folks, at the end of the season, it's going to be Pac-Man and Bill Baldwin battling for the championship. So these are very important points on the line here in round 5. Everyone's got to keep in mind, Bill Baldwin opened the first 4 races with three wins, winning at Laguna Seca, Barcelona, and I believe it was Fuji, actually, the other win. Pac-Man getting a win in round 2 of the season, currently seated second in the point standings, so these points are critical at this point. Flyer Fanatic running in P5. Juicy J, former NOSSCAR champion on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition game, he runs in 6th in the Red Bull machine. Just behind him, JRB, still hunting for his first NOSSCAR Super GT Series win, though he's found victory lane a couple of times in the NOSSCAR GT Cup Series. And Mirna out of Canada running in 8th, and it's Crazy Legs bringing up the rear of the field in 9th, and struggling a little bit for speed and grip is the word I'm getting out of the Crazy Legs team. Timac still holding on to the lead. Pac-Man is in hot pursuit. Bill Baldwin is in 3rd. The Toyota TSO 30s definitely corner a little bit better, but I think that the acceleration is clearly in the advantage for the Audi R18, and Timac putting it to good use. Qualified on the pole, and so far in this race he's run the fastest lap time, and he's trying to keep a safe distance between himself and Pac-Man, but it's no easy task, folks. Many of you know, if you've been following the NOSSCAR action on the YouTube channel, Pac-Man is the 2020 NOSSCAR GT Cup Series champion, driving the GR3 cars here on Gran Turismo Sport. Driving the Toyota FT1 to be more precise about things, so he knows a thing or two about finding victory lane and winning championships here in NOSSCAR. And you can see Timac's got a half-second penalty that he's going to have to kill. He's heading into the final turn now here at Monza. It's the long swinging right-hander. There is a little bit of elevation change here. They're going to come up the hill once they start to go through the second half of that turn, now thundering down the front straightaway. Top 3 have really separated themselves from the rest of the field. The second group of cars here, you can see Popeye holding on to the 4th position, but Flyer Fanatic is being hounded for the 5th position there from JRB. We can also tell you that Juicy J runs in the 7th position. He was up there in 6th just a couple of laps ago, and since then has made a couple of mistakes on the racetrack, and he's kind of lost ground a little bit, lost touch with the battle that we're watching right now, and that is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3 very respected drivers. Of course, Flyer Fanatic being the newcomer here in NOSSCAR, looking to the inside of Popeye for 4th going into the chicane. He kind of forced Popeye to overdrive the entrance to the chicane there, and Flyer Fanatic is going to take the 4th position. JRB runs in 5th, and Popeye is going to fall back to the 6th position, but he's still right there with these two. The gap from first to second staying about the same. Pac-Man driving the Porsche GR1 car here, prototype cars only, with the balance of power setting applied to these cars, and no custom tuning to the cars either. So it really does come down to the driver's skill. The draft is a major factor here. We've seen it all season long, but it comes down to the decision making, the tire management, and the driver's skill for the most part. There are cars that favor certain tracks, and we're seeing Timac take advantage here at Monza, and if he can hold on to where he is for another, I believe, just about 11 minutes, he's going to capture his first win here in the NOSSCAR Super GT Series. Time will tell. Flyer Fanatic really doing a great job holding on to the 4th position. Again, newcomer here in NOSSCAR. Popeye has taken over the 5th position from JRB. JRB running in the number 12 Toyota TS030. And still looking for that first win here in the Super GT Series. He's come close many times. He's being pursued here a little bit by, by Juicy J, former NOSSCAR champion on the NASCAR 15 game and the Supercross game as well. Gaining ground on him, and it could be a battle for the 6th position before the end of this one. These are all important points for these drivers that are looking for the best possible outcome in the final standings at the end of the 8th race. Of course, here whoa! Flyer Fanatic overshoots the first chicane here that was going into turn 1. He lost a little bit of time there. And the battle for the lead is on, folks. Timac is being hounded by Pac-Man, and whoa, you can see Timac getting a little bit out of shape there. The 2016 Audi R18 taking on the Porsche here, and then there's a Toyota TS030 of Bill Baldwin running in 3rd, not too far behind these drivers. You can see him popping into the frame behind them every now and then, and the battle is getting good, folks. There was a car off course back there. It was Crazy Legs, who still scored in the 9th position, and side by side now for the lead. Pac-Man goes to the outside down one of the 2 back straightaways here at Monza. Timac outbreaks him going into the corner. He had the preferred line. He got really out of shape through there, and in fact he's going to get a half a second penalty for his efforts of holding off Pac-Man for one more corner. And all of this is allowing Bill Baldwin, the defending champion of this series, to gain ground on both of these drivers. Timac held a little bit of the penalty there through that corner. These drivers only have about 3 minutes left until the end of the race, and it's only a couple of laps here at Monza, so Timac looking to hold on for dear life. He knows this track very well. He's been testing all day long for this track and knew that this was going to be one of his better opportunities to capture his first ever NOSSCAR Super GT Series win coming into this one, and he definitely knew it once he won the pole. First time he's ever done that here. So the expectations were high at the beginning of the day for the lone driver coming out of Canada. Shouldn't say lone driver, actually. Aunt Mirna was actually running in the 8th position, but she has since then pulled off the racetrack. Crazy Legs is now running in the 8th position. 9 cars started this event. 8 of them left on the racetrack, and we're in the final minutes of this one, round 5 of the 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series. Posted right here on Gran Turismo Sport. GR1 cars, balance to power setting applied, and no custom tuning to these cars. Seeing cars like the Audi R18 and the Porsche and the Toyota TS030 going out there and raging war with each other for these wins, and it's been a lot of fun. A little bit over a half a second penalty for Bill Baldwin to kill here as he goes into the final turn of the course, and none of it was burned there, and I didn't see exactly what happened to give him that penalty. It was clearly a 1 second penalty or more. He's using every inch of this racetrack he can to find every bit of speed he can. Cut down a couple of tenths per lap on the stopwatch perhaps and try to run down the top 2. You can see them just in front of him, and as a driver I know that when you see your competition just in front of you and you know that it's only a matter of a couple of corners of hitting them perfectly and them maybe making a mistake, not hitting them so perfectly, it can be frustrating at times, knowing they're right there and you want to run them down, and these are valuable points for the championship. After After tonight's race at Monza, we have 3 races left to be crowned a 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series champion. Bill looking to become a 2-time champion here in this series. Started last year, and Bill found victory lane 7 times in the 2019 season. To go on to win the championship, beating his rival Even Steven, who captured 6 wins that season. Feel good moment for Bill, I'm sure. The top 3 all on the same straightaway as each other. They're going down the first of 2 back straightaways. They're coming around to complete the lap, and they're coming up on the 15-minute mark. These are 15-minute races, but I don't believe that they're gonna... I think that they're gonna cross the line before the time expires, and therefore there's gonna be one more lap for the top 3 at the very least. The 4th place driver on back might be done when they come by this time to cross the start-finish line. We'll have to see here. It's going to be close. Is Timac going to capture the first win right here? And no, he doesn't. The clock is going to keep on ticking, but this will be the final lap for the top 3 drivers. We'll let you know as the drivers cross the line to complete the race, but the clock has now expired and the chase is on, folks. One more lap for the Canadian driver. Can Timac hold on to capture that first career NOSSCAR Super GT Series win? And if you've been following NOSSCAR for quite some time, you would perhaps remember the race at Spa, where he finished second to his teammate with his Team Audi teammate. That would be Even Steven, and Even Steven, of course, not here driving an Audi in this one, and that's really opened the door for Timac to capitalize. A little deeper in the field, you saw Bill Baldwin, the gray and pink Toyota TS030, get out of shape coming out of that right-hander. He found the inside wall just a little bit. So we're going to have to hold on for a couple more corners, and he's going to capture another podium here in his NOSSCAR Super GT Series career. Down the second to last straightaway for the final time here at Monza. Pac-Man really closed in through those last couple of corners. That last chicane, it's now down to under a second between the two. One more corner for Timac. He comes out of the final turn, out of the swinging right-hander, and the drought is over. The elusive first win here in the Super GT Series is his. Timac wins the Monza Grand Prix. Pac-Man is going to bring it home in P2 in the Porsche, and Toyota driver Bill Baldwin, defending champion, will finish P3. 3 different cars, 3 different manufacturers will stand high and proud on the podium at the end of this one. Flyer Fanatic, the newcomer, finishes in 4th. Popeye is going to round out the top 5, and what an event this was. We'd like to thank everybody who joined us, and this has been round 5 of the 2020 NOSSCAR Super GT Series season, hosted right here on Gran Turismo Sport. 3 more till we crown a 2020 champion. Good night, everybody. Happy holidays.